By the way, this is one of the reasons I don't like emulation. Emulation is so unreliable. It's so sad that to play some of these greats that haven't been ported, cough cough, Alter Code F, Wild Arms Alter Code F, you have to like resort to emulation or just have original hardware. It's one of the reasons why I'm not against emulation, but I also don't like it. Because you have stuff like this, you can't rely on it. I just feel like it's not reliable. But it's also like the only way to conveniently record and stream these games, rather than wiring up like an original PS2 or PS1 for games that haven't been ported. It's convenient, but it's also unreliable. Also, not to mention, some games don't run well on emulation, like the Shadow Hearts games. Mostly Shadow Hearts Covenant and From the New World, they have a lot of emulation issues. But again, it's like the only convenient way to like play the games without getting like a PS2. Which I don't have. Cheer up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm lukewarm on SMT4 Apocalypse. If the game was not connected to 4, I would like it more. I can't say I would like it or think it's good, but I would definitely not hate it as... I don't even really hate the game, but I would definitely not, like, be indifferent towards it, like I am now. Because, again, some of my issues are how it's doing the stuff in 4. So it would definitely get rid of some of the issues, at the very least. I got poisoned this time, by the way. What are you doing, Hallelujah? Using a summon stone, I don't care. If by the mod DS you're getting it from me, I wouldn't bother. I don't play enough 3DS games that would be worth it, but, you know, I'm not gonna tell you not to, but I think it would be... I think it'd be kind of a waste. Because I don't play enough 3DS games where a modded DS is in my budget. I'm just going with my gut here. Give me that attack boost. The attack boost is worth it. One more? That was not Nanashi. There we go. Okay, now I'm able to do the weak point hit. I don't understand this fight, bro. I really don't. I wish I did, but I just don't. Now. I think Lila has enough for Meteor Armor. Ooh, she doesn't. She does have Samurai Charm, though. So she'll be able to get Nanashi up if he dies. How does Samurai Charm take less than Meteor Armor? How does that make any sense? Uh-oh. With that? Nanashi, you were oh, not Nanashi. Hallelujah was supposed to use, the other thing. You stop, you're annoying. Oh, okay, cool. I got healed 1,000. This fight sucks. Not the best call. Do this again, so hopefully he uses a physical move and gets deflected. Thank you, there's cheer. I don't know why you didn't do that the first time. Move slowly. And there's that. Oh, nice dodge. Attack, attack, please. Let's go. This is what you get. This is what you get for healing. Oh, that was not Nanashi. I still got the crit. I'll take it. I don't care. I don't even care, bro. I just want to get out of this fight. I honestly should have switched to conflict or skirmish mode, whatever the difficulty is called. I mean, this fight, like, again, it's not hard. It's just boring. And I've already done it on conflict mode. Yeah. Note to self. Start paying attention to whose turn it is. This is a Dyne skill, so go with that. Even though it does trash damage. Everything that's not almighty and the sword does trash damage. Please be low. I'm really getting annoyed by you. Wait till you see how much Meteor Hunt costs? Oh, I can't wait. This is really cool to happen on a day where, like, I actually, like, have plans later. Because, like, this is another 10 to 20 minutes of having to redo the same boring slog I just did. It really sucks. Again, it could have been a lot worse. I'm not trying to say this is good, but this could have been a lot worse. Because it's just this fight and then I can speed through the dialogue. It's not awful, but it is still inconvenient. Because Citra has never, like, it's never happened before, so I just wasn't prepared for it. But now I'm gonna have to start saving more often than I already have been. You please die. Yeah, Sahi, we're fighting Sheisha a third time. Does this count as third time's the charm? Do I get to eliminate the final, there's probably going to be a final phase, a final Sheisha fight in this game? Do I eliminate that by doing this? Does this count as third time's the charm? I hope so. I think here I have to attack it. Interrupt its recovery. Final blow, final blow. Yes, thank you. Get me out. Alright, that was annoying. Having to do the fight again. It would have still sucked if it was the other fights. Another fight, but like, the fact that it was like the most boring fight in the game was bad. Do you imagine if that happened during the Maitreya boss gauntlet? I probably would have sapped my will to stream today. Took Mazama here, didn't I? And I inherited Megadola here. Gotta try to get more Megadola users ASAP. Anyway, you know. I think the main takeaway with my thoughts on this game is that I don't think this game sucks, and I'm not saying it's bad. But I'm growing bored of it and lukewarm. I'm getting lukewarm on the game and getting bored of it, and it's shaping up to be my least favorite. But they have a chance to win me over with the second half of the game. And that's basically my thoughts in a nutshell. So we'll leave it at that. But get me out of here ASAP. I don't even want to fight anything. Just get me out of this section. I don't want to look at this Metropolitan Highway ever again. Unless there's some kind of side quest I decide to do here. Also, I'm honestly kind of just considering maybe doing... Maybe, like, hard focusing the story until I'm at the very end, and if there is a side quest that I should do, or I feel like doing, then just do them at the end. Oh, we are still gonna do those DLC quests, though. I'm not getting bored enough with the game to not do those. I'm still gonna try doing those. Although if I'm gonna do them post-credits, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll record them for YouTube if my schedule gets hectic, because quite frankly, this has nothing to do with my enjoyment of the game, but it's a factor. This game is not doing well analytics-wise on Twitch. So that doesn't affect my enjoyment of the game, but that factors into, do I want to put another stream post-credits when I have so much to play and things releasing? So we'll see what I end up doing with that. But I'm still gonna do those 4 DLC quests because, again, the DLC is pretty rare. The eShop closed down. Finding DLC on Citra is difficult, so I still want to show off those DLC quests for that reason, if nothing else. But maybe I'll just do them all after the credits. I don't know yet. Alright, we need to go to Tsukiji Konganji.
This is the Ikebukuro terminal.
I don't know which is closest to Tsukiji Konganji, so we're just gonna go to Ginza?
Activating transport
I guess.
mode.
Terminal complete.
Transport complete.
It's a corpse. That was a relic. I have to go through one of these passages, don't I? Not this one. Controller, you okay? Not in the mood right now. I had to suffer through the world's most boring boss fight twice. In all of SMT. The only other boss fight I remember thinking was just as boring was that one boss, Tero, I fought in SMT5 Vengeance. My word, that was the spongiest enemy in Vengeance. The one that was after, Tiamat. And you had to, like, give it... You had to, like, hit it with stuff and then give it weaknesses temporarily or something. That fight sticks out to me as, like, the worst in SMT. And I think the reason why it does is because Vengeance is probably my favorite SMT game. So, when I think of bad bosses, it mostly occurs to me, like, in games I really like when they have a really bad boss. A la Arcalad 2, which is the final boss. For example. And Vengeance is probably my favorite SMT game. Like, full stop. So, when it has a bad boss like that, it tends to make me more, like, disappointed, like, why is this fight in the game? For example. Here it is. Chaos Ending exclusive boss for Vengeance was amazing. Oh yeah, I got Law. I don't know what the Chaos boss is. Yeah, the one that linked to Law, because I think it's different. It's like after the choice. So the one I got, which was linked to the Law ending, that one, or the true, you know, Taio's ending, that one sucked.
I'm glad to see you.
Oh, would you look who it is? Isabeau! Isabeau being in the game more and, like, helping you out is pretty cool. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, we've seen, of the forecast, we've seen, of, like, the main samurai, we've seen Isabeau the most. So her appearance here is, like, appreciated. But, like, again, I don't like the way they're really dealing with Flynn, and they haven't really done much with, they talk about Lucifer and Merkaba, but they haven't done much with Walter and Jonathan, like, in general. But hopefully that changes. It kind of seems like they might try to.
Miss Isabeau, are you here to save Flynn? As soon as I heard the angels were converging on Konganji, I decided to come myself. Would you mind if I accompanied you?
Of course not. We'd be a lot stronger with Miss Isabeau with us. Right, Nanashi?
The angels have already breached the perimeter.
I was chewing my muffin, but let's go! We got Isabeau back!
Everyone's desperate to turn Flynn to their cause, or kill him if he refuses.
Yeah, see, like, okay. This feels like a good time to bring it up. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's cool, the idea of the Divine Powers trying to negotiate, or not negotiate. It's cool that they're trying to use Flynn, like, to like, have their own Godslayer on the side. That's, like, really cool. And, like, oh, we'll just kill him if he refuses. But again, it just makes Flynn seem weak and like he can't handle himself, which we all know he can because he dealt with the whole SMT4 plotline and stuff. It makes his choices and his strength seem like inconsequential and diminished. Never said what your breakfast was. It was just a muffin and like a couple of pieces of bacon. It wasn't like actually a breakfast. The thing is, I woke up later than I wanted to. So I had to, because I had to do stuff before, because I have to be done with stream like in an hour, give or take, because I'm going out for dinner, and it's kind of far away, so I have to be ready. So I didn't eat my breakfast before stream. I just had it, and I was like, oh, I'll just eat it during the cutscenes. So it wasn't really a breakfast. It was kind of just like a little early snack, breakfast, whatever. It is all I have in me, though.
I won't allow Flynn to die here.
But yeah, that's an example of what I'm talking about. With like the whole cool idea, but then they do something with it that I'm just not a fan of.
Just keep coming. Yeah.
Now, if they switched up, I don't know, I would have to think about it. I don't have to think about it. Or, I don't have to think about it. I would have to think about it, right? To like how they would do it. If they wrote it differently, if they wrote how Flynn is on the side of the divine powers differently, maybe I can be a little more lenient on it. But with the way they wrote it, I don't like it. They probably could have wrote it differently. I would have to really think about what they would do to change it that I would actually like. But it could have been executed, maybe not well, but decently. Like making Flynn this god slayer that divine powers want for their own cause, etc. They definitely could have wrote it better. Maybe it wouldn't have been great, but it could have been better. At the end of the day, there's execution and there's good ideas. Because good ideas, they can't just be good ideas in the story. They have to be executed well, too. You can have a good idea for a story or like a plot element, but then you can mess it up in executing it. Is the thing. You have to execute it well as well. You can't just like, oh, like, we have this really cool, story, etc. Like, Suikoden 1 had a really cool premise and the whole fighting against the Empire, but none of it really worked because the execution for it was not the best, basically. For example. Because we finished Suikoden 1 like a week ago. So that example is pretty fresh on my mind. Anyway, I'm done ranting on the story of this game because I just brought it up there because it felt like a good time to bring it up. And I also want to give credit to ideas that I think are pretty good and that they tried with, but didn't really execute well. So I wanted to point it out, and it felt like a good time to bring it up there when Isabel mentioned Flynn. How are you guys still alive? Just die. I gotta figure out your weakness. It's probably fire, because you look like plants. Am I Yadagarasu here? The reason to have a big breakfast if we're going out to eat? I mean, yeah. I don't really eat big breakfasts anyway, so. Die. The thing is, the actual dinner is like close to 6, but the place is like close to an hour away from me, so I need to be done streaming. I need to be done streaming ahead of time because I need to like actually get ready and do stuff. Or not do stuff per se, but like I did basically everything before I streamed. I need to like get ready and actually drive there. Is the thing. Die. It's fine though. We'll do tomorrow we're gonna stream more Suikoden 2, which I'm actually really excited for. I want to do more cook-offs in that game. I think on Tuesday we'll do more SMT4, especially since it seems like we're at the half moon. It seems like we're getting fairly close. We're making a lot of progress. I want to try. I would like to have this game done before Lunar releases. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not.